Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Dear authors and invited guests, welcome to a technical session 7D. Myself, Richa Sharma, and this session would be moderated by me. On the behalf of the Global Knowledge Research Foundation, GR and GR Solistic LLP, it's my great pleasure to welcome you to the fourth World Conference on Information System for Business Management. Bangkok, Thailand. The fourth edition of this conference is being organized in a hybrid mode. The physical event was held in Bangkok, Thailand on 24th September, and while the virtual event is being conducted by Zoom on 25th and 26th September. To, I hope this session will be knowledgeable and interactive through the day. In this session, we have 10 presentation. Each presentation would be 10 minutes for presentation and 2 minutes for question answer. On 9 minutes, I will raise a gentle reminder. There is another request to all the participants to stay connected with us till the closing remarks. If you have any query and any update, write it to me in a chat box. Just before we get started, I would like to introduce to our chair of this session, Dr. Ronald is associate professor at the National University Manila, Philippines, with the extensive teaching career in 31 years, and he has served 7 years in College of Business and Accountancy at National University and 24 years as a full professor in a College of Business and Accountancy. Welcome to you, sir.
Thank you.
And in this session, we have another session chair. Dr. Monica Rathore is Associate Professor at the Manipal University, Jaipur, India, with over 15 years of teaching experience in MCA programs. She also served as a research supervisor at Rajasthan Technical University, Kota. She has authored more than 20 research papers published in reputed journals. Welcome to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Now we get start with the papers. Now, I would like to call our first presenter to present her paper on a study on a commercialization path and sustainable development model of integration health Quang with a modern health management industry.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Professor. Okay, may I start?
Yes, you may please start your presentation.
Okay, thank you. Okay, my name is Xiaolin He from Kunming University. Today, I will present my study. The title is a study on the commercialization path and the sustainable development model of health qigong. I will show my PowerPoint. Okay. Okay, let's continue. The global health industry is growing through a big transformation. Instead of only focusing on treatment, more attention is now placed on prevention and awareness. According to the last data from Statista in 2023, in 2023, the global health market is estimated to research $6.3 trillion US. Among our regions, North America is the largest market, worth about $2.2 trillion. If we look at the subsector, precision care and beauty generate more than $1.2 trillion. While health tourism alone is valued at $830 billion. This number clearly shows two things. First, the wellness economy is already very large, and second, different sectors are expanding quickly and opening new opportunities. Health Qigong, with its preventive and holistic factor, can connect well with these opportunities. But in reality, its commercialization is still under development. This is the gap my research tries to address. Around the world, government and companies are investing more in prevention. The global wellness economy is already about $5 trillion. At the same time, traditional practice like yoga, tai chi, and also qigong are attracting more attention. This means the timing is good for qigong to enter the wellness market. Health qigong has a long history in Chinese culture, but for the modern industry, the important point is standardization. Since 2001, 6 standard routines such as 八段锦 and 易筋经 will development. This routine make qigong easier to teach, easier to learn, and easier to promote. At the same time, it kept the cultural value, harmony of body, breath, and mind. This gives Qigong both modern use the traditional tips. Health Qigong is important because it brings clear health benefit. Physically, it improves heart and lung function, balance, and stress. Mentally, it reduces stress and anxiety, and support emotion balance. This benefit match very well with the modern wellness market. They give strong value for building a sustainable commercialization path. My study asks one main question. How can we build a sustainable commercialization path for health Qigong? Today, there are 3 key problems. No standard curriculum, low awareness, and unclear business model. My study helps to answer this question. Now, Health Qigong is promoted by government and public events, but it has little market operation. There is not enough research on business model. Compared with yoga and tai chi, it is still slow in commercialization. So my research wants to fill this gap. This research uses secondary data circulation, either literature review and case study. The data come from Scopus, Web of Science, and CNKI. For analysis, I use 3 tools: business model covering share value and SWOT. In my study, I found 3 main pathways for a sustainable commercialization path. First, digital platforms, online course, apps, and mentorship systems. Second, wellness tourism. Combine Qigong with culture and travel experience. Third, enterprise and community, workplace wellness and public health projects. These 3 paths can support each other, and together they make the path more sustainable. I studied some typical case, and in the article, I only use one international case for analysis. This case is also one of the important cases, the International Health Qigong Foundation. They hold international events, training, and exchange, but they still face problem, not enough digital toys and culture misunderstanding. This slide shows the business model cover for Health Qigong. The value is clear. It is culture, safe, and not drug. The main customer are people, works, tourism, and online user. The revenue comes from membership, training, tourism, and partnerships. The simple model gives a clear framework for sustainable commercialization. But to understand if this model can really work, we also need to analyze strengths and weakness and look at how Qigong can create value. The SWOT analysis shows strong culture and health benefits, but it also shows weak brain and low sustainabilization. So we need more development in these areas. And at the same time, creating share value or CSV is important. Health Qigong can bring in economical value like job and income. It can bring social value like better public health, and it can bring cultural value by promoting Chinese culture worldwide. To build a sustainable commercialization path, we need three strengths. First, standardization, global training and certification. Second, digitalization, online platform, apps, and communities. Third, internationalization, partnership and cultural exchange. Together, these strengths can make health Qigong more sustainable in the model health industry. My study answered one main question: how can we building a sustainable commercialization path for health Qigong? The answer is we need to combine sustainalization, digitalization, and internationalization. Tradition plus innovation is the key to long-term growth. This study has some limited. First, is based on the second data. Second is a sample since it's a small. And third is not enough qualitative evidence. In the future, more research can test this sustainable commercialization path in the real case. We need more data for companies, communities, and international projects. This will make the path more reliable and more useful for global promotion. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. I have for answer and the question. Thank you for your listening.
Okay, so thank you, Miss Hey. So this would be my question.
Okay.
Because you are talking about preventive wellness and the cultural health practices. But may I know first, what are those cultural health practices in your country?
Sorry, sir. What you mean if you?
What are those, or how do you measure cultural health practices in your country? Because it's considered part of your objective. And then my second question, you're aligning the preventive wellness and the cultural health practices. So what do you think is the significant findings of your study?
Think a significant of your study. Yeah, I think my study important is I want to know. I want to help more people to know Chinese health Qigong. This is very important because I think health Qigong can make you health, and this is Chinese culture, just like Tai Chi. I think everybody know in India yoga. So health Qigong, some like yoga, but this is not famous to yoga. So I think if a lot of people to know health Qigong, I think this is very good things because health Qigong can make your body health to through exercise your sport breathe and mention. So I think it's very important. But today now a lot of people to know this sport. So, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, yes, one question is from my end. So how do you see that the commercialization actually affecting the accessibility to the people from different economic backgrounds?
This is a good question. Mm, in China, health qigong is very cheap because this is government behaviors. So if I think that's very easy. How to say?
Yeah, okay. My next question is, what were the actually main challenges in collecting the reliable data for your study?
Yes.
Yes, the challenges which you already have faced while collecting the reliable data. So you said that you found this as a challenge. So can you please justify it?
Sorry, may I?
Yeah, actually, I'm asking. So, what were the main challenges in collecting the reliable data for your study?
This in China, this sport is very famous, but in global, it's not famous and least people to know this sport. So I think this is a challenge because I want to study this supports the commercializations because this supports is in China just the government's behavior. So I think the sport some like yoga to some like yoga commercialization.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, dear presenter, for your presentation. And moving ahead to our next presentation. To present a paper on AI-powered text to video generation. And paper presenter is Aditya Dere.
Hello, good morning to one and all present here. I'm just sharing my screen. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah. Okay, is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay, so good morning to one and all present here. So I'm here from MIT, that is Maharashtra Institute of Technology, World Peace University, Pune. And I'm here to present on my paper that is AI-powered text-to-video generation. So that's our presentation agenda. We'll look up the introduction, project description, motivation, literature survey, research gap, objectives, research methodology, project requirement, experimentation, conclusion, and references. So introduction first, text to video generation models are the models that uses AI models to convert our natural language prompts, or you can say the input given to the computer, into realistic video sequences. That means they create videos out of the input we give to them. Then due to the there is lots of recent advancement with transformer models, diffusion models, and diffusion transformer models, which helps improve the video quality, motion coherence, and semantic alignment of the videos. So the text to video applications of these models are in the entertainment industry or education, in simulation and content creations. But these text to video models faces lots of challenges, as they have not that capable for generating high resolution video, or you can say long videos, and ethical use should be done of these videos. Next is paper description. So in my paper, we'll be exploring about the AI powered text to video generation, which convert the natural language prompts into realistic video. Then different models are studied of transform models, diffusion models, and hybrid ones, which are diffusion transformer. So comparative analysis of different state of art model like NUA, imagine video stable diffusion, video poet, Sora, etc. is done. Then these models, you can say outputs are evaluated using various metrics such as inception score, FVD, PSNR, and SSIM. Then I have implemented one model scopes demo lab model on Google Colab so that we can demonstrate how these videos are generated and output is obtained. Next, motivation. So as there is growing demand in automated video content creation, for entertainment or education and media, so these models can prove helpful. Then we need these models that can translate our imagination into visual reality, which can directly describe from the text. Then limitation of existing system in video resolution and coherences. Then say one of the motivation is that we can revolutionize storytelling, simulation, and personal content in the form of video. Then important of addressing ethical and AI use of responsible AI in generative media. So that's my literature survey. You can see here different models are compared, in which models from different years are shown. They are having different architectures such as transformer architecture, diffusion architecture, and the combination which is diffusion transformer architecture. Each one having different limitations and key features. So research gap. So understanding semantic issues. So these models struggle with generating complex, abstract, and multi-scene prompts, leading to inaccurate output. Then other one is lack of fine details. In it's like it have difficulty in capturing micro movement, facial expressions, and contents of the background that reduces realism. Then short duration videos are generated that is on like only 2 to 5 seconds due to you can say not having appropriate data set and computational constraints. Then ethical concern, which increase the risk of deepfakes, misinformation, and copyright violations. Then comes the high computational costs. So these models rely on very high computation and GPUs, which can limit our generations and also limit the scalabilities of the video generation. So this is the objective of my paper, to do comparative study of various text to video generation models. Then next is to achieve the inception score about 0.6 of the generated videos, and to achieve qualitative analysis of the obtained video output. So this is research methodology. So these text to video generation model are in three primary domain, that is transformer model, diffusion model, and diffusion transformer model, which can be seen in the diagram. And this diagram shows different models, which are, you can say, language model, which are also known as transformer models. Then comes the diffusion model on the right side, and the center ones are the combination of these models, that is diffusion and transformer models. So transformer models use the attention mechanism to align the text embedding with video frames. So they can capture both the transformer motion and across the frame and spatial details within the frame, that ensures smooth and coherent, semantic accurate video outputs. Next comes the diffusion models. So these text to video generation models uh, uses diffusion approach that creates video by gradually adding noise to the video data and then learning to reverse the process, which can reconstruct meaningful video outputs. So this uses text embedding as guidance to ensure the generated video frame align with the input prompt, maintaining both the realism and semantic accuracy of the video. So next is the combination of the model, that is diffusion transformer model. It combines the strengths of the diffusion models, which is helpful in generating high quality video. And then using the transformer model, you can say detailed frames are generated, which helps for the capturing temporal and spatial dependency. So this hybrid approach helps in smoother motion, better alignment, and more realistic video generation from the input text prompts. So this is, you can say, block diagram of the transformer models. So first is the input layer. It uses a text prompt and optional frames that can use for encoding text and video for better alignment. Next is transformer model that ensures temporal attention for smooth motion and also spatial attention for the frame details, or you can say higher frame details of the video. Then comes the unit model. It uses denoising and reconstruction, and it uses you can say it uses this denoising for downsampling the video efficiency, and then upsampling again for generating high resolution frames. Then comes the decoder. It converts the latent feature into the video, and also have optional diffusion block which can be used for higher video quality. Then motion constraints. It helps in maintaining consistent movements between the frames. That is, you can say, having a proper motion between first frame to second frame to third frame, so we can get smooth video. Then comes the output layer. It combines the frames into the coherent video which is aligned with the text. So next comes diffusion model. So diffusion model, uh, this is the block diagram of the diffusion model. So first block is the input text processor. It uses tokenizer and encoder, which can be models like Clip or BERT, which helps to convert the text into the video embeddings. So it can be converted into the embeddings, not video embedding. Then diffusion framework. The forward process here adds noise to the video data, then which is reversed for the training the model, and this process is called as denoising, and used to reconstruct video alignment with the text. Then comes the video frame generator. It is a neural network that creates frame which matches the input semantics given to the our machine. So next block is temporal consistency module. It ensures smooth transition, avoids flickering, and maintains logical motion of the video. So last block is our output video block. This frame combines in coherent, high quality video consists with textual prompts. So this is the block diagram of diffusion transformer model. We'll look in detail in the next slide. So first is training block. So this training block have a training video block which have trained videos of resolution 1024 into 1024, which provides high quality data source for learning patterns and motions and scenes. Then comes the VAE encoder. So VAE encoder, also called as the variational autoencoders, processes this training video and then converts them into visual patches, which are small segments of video that capture distinct feature. Then comes diffusion process. This is the core of the generative model, where the visual patches undergo diffusion process, which can use to create variation and denoise the latent space, producing you can say diffused visual patches. Then the VIT and patch positional embedding. So vision transformer block processes the visual patches, then adds embedding to the embeddings to encode each patch that is spatially located in the video. This helps to maintain the spatial and the temporal consistency in the output. Next comes the latent representation. So after diffusion process, and VIT embedding. The resulting latent variables is used for the input for generating new video content. Then recaptioning, these blocks again uses models like Clip and BERT, which we have seen in the previous ones, which can be used for generating descriptive caption based on image and video, further enhancing the quality of the conditioning. Then seventh is the text extending. So text extending block use models like Bloom or T5 used to extend text description so that we can create richer and more detailed texture prompts to guide the video generation. Then comes the transformer encoder, which processes the conditional latent variable. It also is responsible for understanding and translating the input condition into meaningful representation. Then linear decoder and reshape. It is the output from the transformer that decodes the you can say our data back into visual patches using linear decoder and used for reshaping the video into structured video frames. Then last two are the video decoder and predictive video. So video decoder takes decoded visual patches and reconstructs a video that turns complex latent spaces into high quality video output. And predicted video matches the input condition whether based on text, image, or another video clip. So these are two evaluation metrics, which is inception scores and clip score, which are mostly used for the evaluations of the generated video output. Then this is comparative study. You can see that first column is the parameters, which are.
Dear author,
Yes, ma'am.
you need to conclude first.
Yeah, I'll just finish in 2 minutes. So first is parameters, which are different evaluation matrix, and second, third, and fourth column are the models. Means you can say evaluation matrix, or you can say scores obtained from different models. That is transformer, diffusion, and diffusion transformer. So next is some other more parameters used here for evaluating the video. Then requirement, you can say that Python is required for you can used here mostly for running these models, and it requires very high software and hardware requirements. So large servers are very useful. The minimum requirements are 32 GB RAM, 16 GB VRAM, and i7 processor. At least this much needed for generating your video, and to generate good quality 90 GB RAM and 45 GB VRAM is needed. So experimentation, I have done various experimentations, but due to laptops, you can say computational constraints, you can say computational capacity is very low. So giving very less output or black screen or low quality output. So only model scope was possible for implementing. So I did it on the Google Colab. Then result and discussion. So I have used the Google Colab to implement the model scopes demo VLab model, and results are in next slides. So input text was given on cat drinking milk, and you can see here that screen. I just put one frame in this table, and inception score that is obtained. Almost you can say at least 0.6 was needed. Then horse running on ground, girl eating ice cream. These are the text input given and the video outputs generated. So next these are another examples of the generated outputs. So these are, you can say, different frames of the generated video output of the previous tables input text. Then here comes the qualitative analysis table. You can here each out
Dear presenter, you have last 1 minute and you are still on research methodology slide.
No, ma'am, just done. Just last two, tables. So this is another result of qualitative analysis.
Dear presenter, but your presentation slides are not moving.
Oh, sorry. I don't know. Actually, I am here on result and discussion. Wait, I'll
Yeah,
just
but it's research methodology.
research methodology. It stopped way back, I guess. Just a minute, I'll share again. Is it visible now? It's result and discussion column.
Yes, now it's visible. But
Okay,
you may please conclude your presentation.
okay, yeah. I'll just show one table and conclude. So these were the generated outputs. Okay, so yeah, and this is the time required for generating each video, which is 70 seconds, 140 seconds, 66 seconds. So application can be entertainment media, education, field content creation, and others. Okay, so conclusion, you can say that these models great potential in creating creative contents in education and simulation field, and challenges remains for producing fine details and video length. So ethical concerns are here like deepfake and misinformation, and future, you can say, improve future scope is for improving fidelity, scalability, and safety mechanism. These are the references. Yeah, thank you. Hello.
Thank you so much, representative.
Yeah, ma'am. I'm done from my side. Anyone would like to ask any question?
Okay, so thank you, Aditya Nere. Okay, supposed to be your project is very useful, okay, especially in education.
Yes.
But my question here is, how do you handle ethical issues with regards to that text to the video regarding about the data privacy?
Okay. So first of all, ethical issues here, as I said, it can be the video generated should be of, you can say, they should be safe for the humans, or you cannot generate any video inputs which are given. So for data privacy, you can say that only for generating for training the data, only the safe videos can be given to the system, so that it don't generate videos which are you can say, or any harmful content. So one way it can be restricted by training on safe videos, and other is that giving, you can say, restrictions for the model to not generate videos which will be ethically harmful or not ethically good. So such constraints can be given by avoiding certain letterings, or you can say blocking certain videos.
Okay, so with regards to the project, so how do you measure the performance of your project, your
Okay, so
text to video?
yeah, it can be measured using various metrics, such as, I'll just show you on screen, which can be evaluation metrics, which are inception score and clip. These are basic ones which are used to, you can say, measure the video output, which give us, means we need to implement it with our models, and as per each output we can get these kinds of measurings of each video. So you can, for example, FVD video GPT gave us 103.3 score. So higher the score, the more accurate the video is, and it depends, means, on each matrix.
Okay, so thank you. That's all.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, dear author, nicely presented your paper.
Thank you, ma'am.
My question is, like, what are the most promising real-world applications you see for the AI text-to-video generation for upcoming years?
Okay, so mostly it is very helpful in the field of education and other, you can say, in the field of content creation, where you can create, you can various animated videos using it. And in the field of education, the these models can prove very helpful, where just by reading you can say word or text or seeing picture, we won't be able to visualize the our you can study topic that much. So just giving our thing we are studying to these models will help us to represent these educational, you can say, all content in visual format, which will be very helpful for us to actually know what we are studying and visualize it. And also especially in the field of, you can say, medical field, where concepts are not that clear by just reading the text, so here visual representation can prove very helpful. Yeah. Hello.
Yes, thank you, dear author.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, presenter, for your presentation. And moving ahead to call our next presenter to present his paper on accessing the degree of contribution of IoT integration in the hotel supply chain 4 hours framework.
Hi, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. Hello. Yeah, let me just share my screen. Oh, yeah, please let me know if you can see my slide.
Yes.
All right, thank you. So, my name is Dr. Lyndon Avendaño. I'm currently a lecturer on supply chain management here in the Philippines. And my research studies about the assessing the degree of contribution of Internet of Things in the hotel supply chain using the 4R perspective or the 4R framework, the performance framework of supply chain. So this framework allows us to understand how IoT strengthens different supply chain functions and ultimately enhances competitiveness in the hospitality industry. Tourism is one of the most significant contributors to national economies, and hotel plays a vital role in sustaining this sector. With rising guest expectations and increasing competition, and efficiency is really critical. IoT offers an opportunity to digitize hotel supply chains, providing greater visibility, connectivity, and operational control. This study aims to investigate how IoT strengthens supply chain functions that matter most to hotels. Specifically, this study assessed the role of IoT in improving supply chain performance across the 4 dimensions of responsiveness, reliability, realignment, and resilience. IoT provides real-time intelligence. Sensors, smart devices, and connected systems allow hotels to track resources, monitor operations, and share data seamlessly. This transforms traditional supply chain into digital ecosystem, enabling more proactive decision-making and service delivery, particularly in the hotel industry. This research uses a functional perspective, examining how IoT impacts different supply chain functions, particularly procurement, logistics, demand planning, and warehouse management. By aligning these functions with the 4R framework, the study reveals which areas benefit most from IoT integration. Right, for the key findings, IoT is beneficial, but its impact differs depending on the function. The findings indicate that IoT has a moderate but consistent positive effect on supply chain performance in general. However, the impact is not uniform. It varies by function. This suggests that IoT adoption must be tailored rather than applied as a fits all solution. Okay. Breaking it down further, logistics shows the strongest improvement in resilience as IoT enables real-time tracking and disruption management, while demand planning benefits most in realignment, with IoT-driven analytics helping hotels adapt quickly to market shifts, while procurement and warehouse functions also see moderate gains in reliability and responsiveness. The implications. Effective IoT adoption requires recognizing each function's unique role and challenges. The key implication is that hotels must adopt IoT with a strategic lens. Each supply chain function has a unique challenges. So IoT tools and processes must be customized. This requires investment in both technology and capability building to maximize the impact. For future research, future studies should explore the scalability of IoT in hospitality supply chains, especially for smaller hotels and limited resources. There's also a need for longitudinal research to measure long-term performance and cost-benefit outcomes of IoT adoption. In conclusion, IoT is not a one-size-fits-all solution. It must be applied strategically for maximum impact. In IoT integration, moderately improves hotel supply chain performance with the strongest benefits seen in logistics and demand planning. Competitive advantage, however, depends on tailored function-specific IoT strategies. The lesson is clear. Again, IoT is not a one-size-fits-all solution and must be applied strategically for maximum impact for every supply chain function. All right, that's a very quick presentation of my paper. Thank you very much for listening. I'll be taking some questions now.
Okay, so good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you thank you for your presentation. So supposed to be my question is in terms of your Internet of Things, you said that is a beneficial in terms of supply chains in the hotel. Can you justify the benefits using the Internet of Things in the hotel supply chain?
Thank you, Sir Ronald. Having a background in the hotel supply chain, I've been in the hotel supply chain for about 6 years. And from the time that not technically fully integrated IoT in our operations, but at least a portion of IoT was implemented, such as RFID in our inventory management. It actually improved our accuracy in terms of recording and also the allocation of resources or assets back to the hotel. So that is one important impact of IoT in the hotel supply chain in terms of logistics and warehouse management.
Okay, so another question, sir, regarding about the impact. Okay, so what do you think is the impact with regards to the contribution, logistic, and the procurement?
Yes, sir. Sorry, can you repeat that? Sorry, sir.
So regarding about the impact of this project, so what do you think is the contribution, logistics, and the procurement that you are mentioned, or as you measured in terms of the degree of impact with this research?
All right. Just to point out the result of this research, assessing the IoT impact on different functions, supply chain functions, and the the operational side of the performance indicators or key performance measurement of supply chain, the findings reveal that IoT has a moderate but consistent positive impact on supply chain performance as a whole in general, but it's not uniform across functions. Most likely because each function has different challenges. They probably have a need to further dive into specific needs of business function in order to maximize the potential or the benefit of IoT integration. Procurement, in this particular case, the procurement and warehouse function has a moderate gain, but in particular performance like reliability and responsiveness. So I think that procurement really relies heavily on reliability as a potential benefit for IoT, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. That's all.
Thank you, Sir Ronald. Yeah,
Thank you so much, presenter. And ma'am, do you have any question?
Yeah, no question from my end. Thank you so much.
all right. Thank you, Dr. Monica, and thank you everyone for listening.
And moving ahead to our next presentation, to present her paper on From Awareness to Enterprise, a participatory innovation framework for vulture safe zone in the Nilgiri Bishopric. A paper presenter is Divyalakshmi. Dear presenter, first you may please unmute yourself.
Am I audible now?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah, I'm very sorry. My internet connection is a little bit unstable right now.
Yeah.
So I'll just quickly go through the presentation itself. Good morning, everyone. It is a real great pleasure to be here today. My name is Divyalakshmi, and I'll be presenting our paper titled From Awareness to Enterprise, a participatory innovation framework for biosphere. This is a collaborative, and I worked on this along with my co-authors, Mr. Yasir, who leads Arulagam, and Dr. B. Santi, who's a faculty at the Technical campus. Our study focuses on the decline of voice in India, especially in Tamil Nadu, and how community-driven approaches can create not just conservation outcomes, but also sustainable livelihoods. And in this presentation, I will take you through. Yeah, I'm very sorry about that. May I know where it was disconnected at so I can continue from there?
I think startingly you are on introductions.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll go through 5 different parts in this presentation. So I'll start off with the context and the background. So the Save Vulture campaign, as many might be aware, India was once home to millions of vultures. In fact, in the 1980s, vultures were one of the most common birds that were seen on the country. But within just 2 to 3 decades, their population has crashed by more than 90%. So this raises a question on why did this happen? And research points to a very specific cause, that is the use of veterinary drugs, particularly diclofenac, that are usually given to livestock to reduce pain. And unfortunately, when these animals die, the residues of the drug remain in their carcasses. And when vultures feed on them, the drug causes kidney failure and death. So this is not just a biodiversity issue, it's an ecological and public health problems. Without vultures to quickly clean up carcasses, they remain out in the open, leading to an increase in stray dog populations, and as a consequence, diseases like rabies. Arulagam in Tamil Nadu recognized this crisis, and they have launched the Save Vulture campaign. Their campaign importantly connects with global goals. It directly contributes to the Sustainable Development Goal 15, which is life on land, that focuses on protecting biodiversity and ecosystems. So, in many ways, the Save Vulture campaign is not just about saving species, but also about building a more sustainable and ecological balance that benefits people and nature together. Moving on to Arulagam and their initiatives. Arulagam was founded in 2012 in 2002 in memory of an environmentalist named Arul. And since then, it has become a pioneering NGO in Tamil Nadu, especially known for its innovative work in protecting lesser known and endangered species like vultures. What makes Arulagam unique is the way it blends science with culture. They do not just rely on reports and regulations, they go directly to the villages, schools, and they use creative ways to get the message across. One such quick example would be the way they can murals in villages that depict the importance of vultures. They use traditional shadowy known as to tell stories about ecological balance. So this shows that Aragam approaches conservation not just outside of science or policy, but also about communication and creativity. Moving on to the literature review, uh, this our study is grounded in a wide range of literature. Yeah, I'll just continue with the literature review. Ecological role of vultures was very well established. Vultures are specialized scavengers, and their strong stomach acids allow them to safely consume caresses that would normally be lethal to other animals. This makes them essential for sanitization and disease prevention. Second, we looked at the main cause of the decline, and across it was diclofenac and other veterinary NSAIDs like ketoprofen. Even though the Indian government had banned veterinary diclofenac in 2006, the effect in itself has been really weak. Yes. Moving on, we also noted a rise of vulture safe zones as a conservation strategy. These are designated areas where harmful drugs are often replaced by safe alternatives like meloxicam, and where vulture populations they are actively monitored. Finally, the literature also points to the importance of community involvement, and conservation cannot succeed if it's only top down. It must involve local communities. It should be able to respect local cultural traditions and provide livelihood opportunities. And this review revealed a clear research gap. While conservation has been studied in terms of bans and ecological outcomes, there is little work on how community based vulture protection can be linked to sustainable entrepreneurship. And that is the gap that our study aimed to fill. Moving on to the problem statement, the vulture crisis in India highlights the limits of regulation. While bans on harmful drugs exist, they are not enforced consistently. Many pharmacy owners, livestock caregivers, and veterinarians are unaware of these restrictions. At the same time, conservation efforts by NGOs like Arulagam have had impact, but they remain heavily dependent on external funding and volunteer support. This makes them difficult to sustain or replicate in a larger scale. So the problem is not just about saving vultures, but the deeper challenge is how do we transform community-driven conservation into sustainable models that people themselves can own and continue. For example, can vulture conservation connect to ecotourism? Can it lead to vulture-friendly livestock branding or native tree nurseries that can provide both habitats for vultures and income for local communities? Our research focuses on this key question: how conservation can evolve into an entrepreneurial framework that provides both ecological and economical benefits. Moving on to the objectives. Firstly, to investigate how Arulagam's initiatives combine community innovation with ecologically responsible practices. Second, to identify the livelihood linked opportunities that emerge from conservation activities such as ecotourism or sustainable livestock practices. Thirdly, to propose a replicable framework for transforming community led conservation into sustainable environmental entrepreneurship that aligns with the SDG 15. So, the focus is not only on awareness, but on moving from awareness to enterprise. Moving on to the methodology. Our methodology was qualitative and ethnographic. We wanted to understand not just what was happening, but also how people perceived it and how culture, economy, and ecology interact. We conducted 24 semi-structured interviews with diverse set of stakeholders like pharmacy owners, livestock caregivers, forest staff, drug control officials. We also drew on field observations made by Arulagam volunteers. Importantly, we also participated in awareness campaigns. This gave us real time insights on how people responded to messages. And to analyze this data, we used thick descriptions, capturing not just the facts, but the cultural and social meaning. We also used various methods like combining interview documents and ecological data to ensure reliability. This approach allowed us to capture the entire picture, both scientific and the cultural dimensions of vulture conservation. Moving on to analysis and interpretation, we found the misuse of veterinary drugs is still heavily widespread. Many pharmacy owners admitted that they were unaware of the ban on diclofenac. Some even said that they sold it because farmers demanded it, not realizing its impact on vultures. At the same time, we observed that awareness works best when it's linked to livelihoods. For examples, when farmers were told that the decline of vultures meant more stray dogs and higher risk of cattle diseases, they became more open to change. This linked conservation to immediate concerns, and this made a huge difference. We also saw that cultural practices and economic needs strongly influence behavior.
Sorry to interrupt, presenter.
Yeah.
You have last 1 minute to conclude
Yeah.
your presentation.
Yeah, I'll be done. Yeah, overall, our interpretation is that conservation succeeds when education, regulation, and community involvement are combined. No single approach works alone, it had to be an integrated effort. So, to conclude, the people in the Nilgiri biosphere had very little awareness about the ecological role of vultures, and through creative, participatory, and science-based initiatives, Ayalagam was able to change that. Our study proposes that vulture conservation should be more understood not just as a species protection, but as an opportunity to build sustainable models that integrate ecology, economy, and culture. In other words, moving from awareness to enterprise, such a participatory innovation framework can be replicated in other biodiversity hotspots in India and beyond, offering a practical and policy relevant pathway for the conservation in the 21st century. Um, our references draw from a wide range of work on vulture ecology, the impact of veterinary drugs, and their sustainable entrepreneurships. So, yeah, thank you so much for your attention. And on behalf of my co authors, I would like to thank the conference organizers for giving this platform to share our work. I would be very happy to take any questions or hear your thoughts on this.
Okay, so thank you, Miss
Divya
Lakshmi.
Lakshmi. Yeah, Divya Lakshmi.
Okay, so my question is, what motivates you in conducting the study? What is special with this vulture in your country?
So, I personally am a design student. So, when I wanted to work on my internship, I wanted to do something that would simultaneously allow me to give a solution as a designer, but as well something that would help the environment in itself. So when I was going through various things that I could potentially do, uh, Arulagam and vulture conservation is one thing that caught my interest immediately. Also, I was working on SDG goals in the meantime. So both of them aligned perfectly well. So this allowed me to work on both, and it also gave me the opportunity to work on a paper as well. So I learned a lot more with this.
Okay, so my next question, your title is From Awareness to Enterprise. So which means uh, this topic usually you apply or you employ or integrate this uh, your research, okay, in the enterprise regarding about this framework. Would you like to share with us uh, the significant findings of your study regarding about this topic?
So one of the significant finding that I did notice was again the drastic decline with over 90%. The main reason being diclofenac, but the other main reason being vultures, they are only capable of laying egg only one egg a year. So with that directly affecting their reproductive rate.
Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah. Yes, I have one question. Like, do you think that this framework could be used for the other regions facing similar virtual population crisis? Other regions, like for
Uh,
other countries also?
yeah, I don't see why not, because again, a lot of people, they face financial issues when they usually take up initiatives. So using a creative, more culturally relevant approaches allow the community itself to I would say they would take it more easier, since they are able to culturally resonate with the methods that are used. So I would say it could
And
work.
have you used any innovative tools like digital tracing, digital tracking of vultures?
Yes, Arulagam has actively been using such various different methods. Another method that they did use was a 600-kilometer vehicle, a digital vehicle that
Mhm.
would, show videos, will give information to the rural area. So this was a bridge that connected both urban and rural, while also simultaneously giving the reasoning and the methodings as well.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, presenter, for your presentation. And moving ahead to our next presentation, to call our next presenter.
Yes, ma'am. Am
It's
I
Neha.
audible?
Yeah,
Yeah, I will sharing my screen.
okay.
Is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, it is visible. Yes.
Just a second. Yeah. Good morning, all of you. My name is Professor Neha. I'm presenting the paper Medical Ethics, and my paper title as Medical Ethics and Medical Legal Issues for Storing Electronic Healthcare Record System in India using the blockchain technology. First, I will mention the background study why we created this paper. First motto is a healthcare sector is a rapidly growing and evolving the sector. ICT according to the ICT norms. EHR, our motto is storing the healthcare record system to the digitalizations. EHR improves the access of efficiency and coordinations of the among the different healthcare sector stakeholders. In India, we are facing the many privacy, security, interoperability challenges for storing the EHR. Current and in India, there are the various platform who are working on their storing the EHR system, but that are based on the cloud-based systems. There is a strong, so we need a strong and secure and transparent patient-centric framework for storing those the patient can be stored the records by through the platform. The problem statement is, first we have divided into the such of the criteria. First one is the cloud-based EHR system, means there will be the cloud-based system and centralized authorization of the system. There will be the some of the hacking, misuse of data, malware, phishing, hacking. This type of activity will be easily happens there. Second one is the ethical issues arise whenever we are storing that. First one is the patient autonomy. That means that patient doesn't have control over their own data. Second one is the consent management. A patient have their own records, but they doesn't have the any authority of their own records. Confidentiality of that will compromised. Legal concern includes that the data breaches, data will be easily hacking, medical errors due to some of the laws, and then billing discrepancy. There are the many rulers area still are in the India that doesn't have the any idea about that what is the technology we are using, why we are storing that, digitalize the system. So our research aim is, first of all, to analyze the ethical and medical challenges whenever we are adopting EHR system, to evaluate the issues like the privacy, security, patient autonomy and consent is in current system, which we can working currently on that, to examine the role of the digital information system healthcare act, which we are in India. There is a no such a tool till now. There is a no law like a HIPAA. HIPAA is a one law which is a following in the USA. They have patient have their own control over their data. But in the India, there is a no such type of law. But one act will be introduced in 2018. That is that act called the Disha. To propose the blockchain technology, we providing the framework. We are suggesting that whenever we are storing that, so we can suggest or store through the blockchain technology. First of all, we understand then what is EHR. Basically, the EHR is a digitalization of storing our medical patient records, which can be stored our prescriptions, our radiology reports, pathology reports, etc. The function is main, the functionality of EHR is, first one is a patient can be access their records by the globally, by anywhere, and through the consent management of their own providers. Or patient can be access their data by the secure platform. They have the authority, they have the liability, which we can be secure our data, which means electronic EHR means different stakeholders are there, and through the different stakeholder we can access or sharing their data, own data, like the doctor, hospital, lab, radiology reports, insurance, any others are there. And one is electronic. What is the advantages we are facing for we are using EHR system? First one is the improve care quality efficiency, reduce duplicate sets and paperwork. We doesn't have the, because we reduce the paperwork, we can shift it to the digitalization and has care coordination among the doctors, whatever opinions we can get from the different types of healthcare sector stakeholder. So we just go through the platform and easily anyone can be accessed with that. The limitation still, but there is a, whenever we are shifting to the digitalization, still have the limitations. First of all is the it high implementation cost, training requirements for the staff. I mentioned that there is in India there is a rural areas are there, so rural area population doesn't know about the what is the technology, how we can use that. So they can still we have to give the training of the data, training of the system, how we can use that. Interoperability issues between the differences from privacy security issue, because there will be other, still they are working on the centralized storage. Key challenges in current EHR storage. First one is the unauthorized access. No one have unauthorized access means every we doesn't rely on that system. Wrongful intrusion by the authorized user, because user doesn't have how to use that, so they can permit to enter anything on that system. Encryption issues, data anonymization challenges, and auditing and monitoring gap. These are the some of the key challenges we can go through that as theory. First one is the digital, but in India after the COVID, some of the government initiative we can initiative which can shifted the digital health India. First one is the Digital India program. It is a government initiative to digitalize all the services including the healthcare, payment, etc. Second one is the Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission. It is a central provider central system which each and every one user can provide a one digital ID using their Aadhaar card, and that Aadhaar card they can access their own data and sharing their own data by their consent. But still the system is working on the federated database. Federated data means have the cloud based system, and they have a central authority of that. So after and second one is the telemedicine expansions and EHR adoption. So government can be motivate that we can go through shifted to the digitalization, so store their own medical data on the digital systems. Benefit, what is the benefit we can get through we go through the digitalization? First one, easy access to medical history. We doesn't have to go through the paperwork. One patient can, all the data throughout the lifetime, they'll be stored on the same portal, and then you can access it globally. You don't go to anywhere, you just can be accessed. You don't have to carry any time. Empowerment to management personal health data. And one framework, as I mentioned, that Disha is a one type of act which will be proposed in 2018 by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, which is aimed to regulate digital health data, providing the security, consent, and privacy. Core principle. What is the core? There are some of the core principle working on the Disha. First one is patient ownership, consent-based sharing, privacy, confidentiality, and right to compensation. Regulatory authority, there are such policies which will be comes under the Disha Act, and legal safeguard, how the data can be saved from the unauthorized user, how patient can be relies on the particular platform. So we can integrate EHR with the blockchain technology. Blockchain, as we know, that worlds are shifting to the globally to the decentralized system. But blockchain is a most important benefit is decentralization. Means no central authorities will be there. There will be the accessible by the decentralized various node. So no data collapse will be done. The second one is a tamper proof record. One, the data will be goes to the blockchain technology. There will be a store throughout the lifetime. No one can be deleted the data. Transparency and auditability. Whatever nodes are into the system, they have the transparency and auditability of data. And smart contract and for consent means, which means smart contract is a one type of contract which we can created functionalities, which type of functionality we can use in our system. And for the consent based smart contract function, we can also establish for taking the consent from the patient. If patient wants to share their give their authority of their own medical record to the any other patient healthcare sector or providers or not. Interoperability, data sharing, we can share the data with anyone by the consent. And blockchain benefit, there are some of the benefits which we can be described. First one is the enhanced security and privacy. As I mentioned, the patient empowerment, interoperability, traceability, auditability, cost and efficiency benefit. And second one is the medical legal issues which is a concern. These are some of the issues we conduct them. Data privacy protection, informed consent, cyber security liability, errors, interoperability and legal clarity, and audit trail and accountability. Government and industry initiated, these are some of the initiative which will be comes in the Indian government has been uh, uh, deploy. And then but still the conclusion is that EHR is a very various sector which we are evolving, and it is evolving rapidly. But still there is lots of works to has to be happen. But serious challenges are still remain regarding the legal issues and then security, privacy. So we are adopting the blockchain technology. There are some of the various EHR system in the world who are working on the shifting their records to the blockchain storage system. Madrak is a one type of biggest example. In USA, they are using the blockchain storage system. Blockchain as a solution, role of policy and laws. Some of the future directions still I have to work on that. First one is the integration with the AI IoT, like AI, what is the scanners and IoT machines integrated in the healthcare sector. Scalability and performance is still we have to work on the how to rapidly increase the scalability and performance of the system. Legal and
Dear
regulatory
author, You
Yes,
have last 1 minute to
yeah.
conclude the presentation.
National wise adoption, we have to provide the national wise adoption and global correlation collaboration. These are the some of the references. And any question? Thank you. Any question? Done from my side.
Okay, so good morning.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this would be my question. Supposed to be your input are medical ethics and medical legal issues. Okay. And then with regards to your output, that considered storing electronic health. Okay. So is this electronic health already implemented, or would you like just to adapt it? Or
Yes, sir, we are adopting, but in India there is a no such law which is the based on the
already
patient centric
implemented?
record.
Is it already implemented?
Yes, sir, but
Um,
there is a like a HIPAA, there is a no such type of law. So we conclude that whatever data we can store, we have provided the some of the legal medical laws. So patient kept their own records. In India, what is happening, sir? Whenever we are going, patient doesn't have control over their own data, because I am going to the some of the one doctor and I am taking, they prescribe some prescriptions or reports or something, and whenever I am going to second, if I have generated with the some serious issue, so obviously we are going for the second opinion also. But there is a, whenever we are going, that some of the there they are not sharing the records, they are not giving the authority, and whenever I am going for the second opinion, they are suggesting that go for the another reports. Still we have that same reports, but my problem is that they have suggesting the new test, so we have the more money we have to expend. So that is the, I want to make a such a central store system, so patient and doctors can be comes on the single platform, so everyone can be accessed through that with the
okay,
laws.
so can you share with us what is the significant findings or the result of your study?
Basically the patient centric control, there is no such a platform which have the patient ownership.
Okay, so that's
Yes, one question is from my end.
Yes, ma'am, sure.
You told us that the major challenges are like first the like legal compliance and the security and the privacy issues. And you have provided one suggestion like the future direction could be like integration of AI with IoT,
Yes.
especially for your study. So could you please throw some light on this particular thing, like how this could be done?
Yes, yeah, ma'am. Because we are moving for the new era, so there is a digitalization and some most of the AI will be there. So we can integrate our system, because some of the scanners, our reports are generating. So we can integrate into our health sector the IoT devices like a patient, because in India there is a so rural areas are there. So patient doesn't have the technology idea and what is the purpose of it. So basic the AI and IoT integration, which will be the no if the person will be patient will be not be able to understand the system. So they are, my motto is that they we are indicating the system so they can help us and how to use that system they are providing.
Okay, so
But
that
still there
could
is a
be
lots of work to be happen, ma'am, in the future.
okay. And what about like transferring the patient information among the private and public hospitals and while maintaining the confidentiality of the patient record also?
Yeah,
So
ma'am. So we have to bifurcate them, and then we have to creating the one such a platform which will be available. First of all, my idea is that I have to integrate the some of the local platform for that. If it will be happening or working, so we will be expand in the another hospitals also. So my suggestion is that first I am researching on that topic. So my suggestion is I am implementing for the one specific hospital right of now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, presenter, for your presentation. And moving ahead to call our next presenter. To present is a paper on optimizing land performance, key determinants, and algorithmic solution.
Thank you, ma'am.
And paper presenter is Sudhir.
Yes, ma'am. Sunil is present. So can I start, ma'am?
Sure.
Okay, ma'am. Hello, everybody. Ma'am, my PPT is visible to you. Am I audible and all these
Yes.
things? Okay.
Yes.
So thank you. My paper title, my paper ID is 400, and the title is Optimizing Line Performance, Key Determinant and Algorithmic Solutions. And my guide is Dr. Hemant Malle sir with me. Okay. So first of all, I would like to give an introduction about my research paper. Particularly it focus on why the performance of land, or what are the different factors which affect on the performance of land, and what are the role of adaptive algorithm. So LAN are the core connectivities within the device spread over the limited geographical area. They grow very to be extremely necessary in many applications like file sharing, communication, or just across the access to the resources. So optimizing their performance has been become extremely critical because of growing demand, network bandwidth, and performance seems to decrease. So this paper attempts to identify key factors that affects on performance of LANs and effective algorithmic solutions. So especially I'm working on the algorithmic solution which is implemented in LAN and WAN both. Okay, so in this paper I focused on LAN and WAN both also, ma'am. So an important factor that could make all differences in network efficiency and performance level and its speed. So there are various factors impact on performance and speed in the modern computer-based LAN. So network engineers and administrator must be understand the various elements that affect the performance of network in order to design high performance LAN and keep in it way. So these are the factors which are affecting on the network. First of all, bandwidth plays very important role, and bandwidth is what the amount of information that handles specific interval actually refers to as the data rate. Actually, bandwidth is the data rate, and bandwidth is the maximum rate in which the data could travels inside the network paths. So bandwidth with maximum rate. Now we have lucky that we have a maximum bandwidth nowadays. So the type of cable and wireless medium can vary significant bandwidth. So here the uh, transmission media plays very important role. Types of cables and wireless medium. Okay, these are the significant effect on bandwidth, and the capacity of bandwidth is, nowadays we are using fiber optics, but sometimes we are using coaxial cables. So fiber optics have a better bandwidth than the copper cables. And this method of the method of encoding data into the carrier signal would also impact on the bandwidth. Attenuation can be introduced into the distance over which data is being transmitted to reduce the bandwidth. So especially when there is a small distance like LAN, then there is a very less attenuation, but the distance is increased, then the attenuation is also increased. So signal can be dissipated or have to bandwidth due to the electromagnetic interference from other sources also. So the signal also have affected. Second one is the latency.
Latency is what the total time take from data package to travel from source to destination. So we are always sending data. There are two main things, that is the source and destination. And latency is what how much time takes a single packet to travel this between source and destination. So in application like online gaming and video conferencing that demands real-time interaction, high latency can greater impact on the network performance. So latency can be caused by various factors such as routers and switches. So in network, we know very well there are number of routers and switches to form the LAN, MAN, and WAN also. So processing delay distance and a number of hosts between network latency. So latency measured in millisecond, and it should be less than 10 milliseconds. Is generally prepared to the high performance applications such as online gaming, video conferencing, and voice over IP. So latency becomes critical matrix, and WAN covers a large geographical area. So in WAN, the latency is of course increased because of the distance, large geographical distance. Data must often travels multiple routers and transmission media. So high latency can degrade real-time services. Hence, there's one of the major goal of the optimizing routing algorithms is minimizing latency by selecting efficient path. The next one is the jitter. Jitter is more what variation in packets arrival time over the network. In network, what happens? All packets are not sent by the same ways. They choose a different path over a network. So the difference in a delay between successive data packets. One data packets choose another path, and other also choose another path. So there may be a delay, not the same time. So this delay means the jitter from source to destination. So jitter is statistical variable of inter-packet delay in the data streams, and if all the packets travel from same source and the same destination, they may take same path or face the same network condition, causing them arrival at different times. If they are not taking same path, okay. So jitter matters in real-time applications. In real-time application, jitter should not be happened. If it is happen, and there are some real applications like voice over IP, online gaming, video conferencing, and live streaming. Jitter, high jitter cause choppy audio, video lag. So due to jitter, these are the side effects. Your video can be lag, dropped frames, and poor user experience. And this cause of and because of jitter, why jitter happens? Because of network conjunction, then router change and load balancing, then queuing delay and intermediate routers, and low quality hardware or poor routing algorithm. So this is also effect. Then packet loss. During the data transmission, packet can be lost or packet can be dropped, and this is known as what packet loss, and it happens. This may brought on by the hardware failure, network conjunction, or deteriorating wireless networking signal. So due to the this wireless network signal or hardware failure, packet loss can happen, and the network may becomes even slower than the as a result of transmission brought by the packet loss, and it leads to delay and retransmission and poor quality of the communication. Sorry. So reason of the packet loss is network conjunction, then faulty hardwares, wireless interface, and software bugs, and security threat. These are the reasons. That's why the packet loss happens during the transmission. Then fifth one is the network conjunction. So network conjunction occurs when the network resources are overslimmed by the traffic. It results in packet loss, increased latency, jitter, and retransmission. So due to the network conjunction, these are the side effects due to the overloading of the routers or switches. And network conjunction happens due to excessive traffic load, insufficient bandwidth, poor network design, then broadcast storms, miscellaneous attacks, and insufficient routing. So insufficient routing is the major part, and I focus on that routing. Okay. So in conjunction, more likely due to the long transmission paths, shared usage across the organization, limited bandwidth compared to the LAN, So optimized adaptive algorithms are the essential. So for avoid the network congestion, optimizing adaptive routing algorithms are essentials. Sixth one is the hardware or equipments. The hardware which are used in networking, such as routers, switches, and cables, plays the crucial roles in network speed. High quality modern equipment can handle high rate data and it reduces the latency and jitters. So additionally, the types of cables, nowadays we are using Cat5, Cat6 and fiber optics in LAN, and it plays a significant role in maintaining the speed. So in WAN, networking hardware enables long distance. Suppose you have a WAN have a long distance, so we can use fiber optic instead of Cat5, Cat6. And the core routers, it should be high capacity routers and used by ISP or data centers, multiplexers, gateways, and long transmission gears are the important. Seventh one is the network topology. Network topology is also important in LAN. The logical or physical arrangement of the network devices and path impact on the network performance. So topologies such as mesh or star. So these are the popular topology and which provide the better redundancy and performance compared to the bus or ring topology. So bus and ring topology we can use, but the performance of the mesh and star topology is better than this topology. Star topology, each node connected directly to central device and it reduces the collision domain and localized traffic. And bus and ring topology, these are simple but cost effective but slow significant as a traffic group and fails to entirely if the backbone cable is cut. So these are, we are not recommending ring and bus topology, but star and mesh topology can use in network topology. So ring offers predictable performance under load, but one failure can bring entire loop down. Mesh topology have some advantages like provide a dedicated link between many nodes, ideal for high redundancy and a fast direct path, robust and fast, but it is expensive and complex to deploy. The network protocols also plays a very important role. What is network protocol? It is a set of rules and convention that determines how the data transmitted and received across the computer network. So purpose of the network protocol is what enable portability between diverse system, then standardized data format addressing and error handling, then facilitate data exchange and communication control and security enforcement. Then there are various protocol plays role like IP version 4. Nowadays IP version 6 is there. Now we are using both protocols for data transmission. Then TCP, HTTP and HTTPS, these are also plays very important roles, and DNS, BGP and OSPF. So in WAN, network protocols are critical for routing across long distance and multiple networks, then ensuring secured, efficient data transmission, interfacing heterogeneous system and service provider, and enabling adaptive routing decision in real life, real time. Then last one is the security measures, and security measures in network refers to the strategy, technology and policy designed to protect data and infrastructure from unauthorized access. Nowadays, this is the major problem, that is the unauthorized access, misuse and attack of witches. So these measures ensure CIA, that is confidentiality, integrity and availability of the network services and data. In WAN, especially these interconnecting geographical dispersed sites, security challenges increase due to the untrusted intermediate network, then remote access from various locations and multiple service provider with the different security postures.
Dear
Uh,
presenter, you have last
yeah.
1 minute to conclude your
Yes,
presentation.
sir. Yes, ma'am. So main is the role of algorithm. So there are different types of algorithm used in networking, like routing algorithm, conjunction control algorithm, load balancing algorithm, packet scheduling algorithm, and error detection and correction algorithm, and security algorithms. So these are the some algorithm. First, routing algorithm is very important to determine the optimal paths data across. And routing, what are the impact of routing algorithm on LAN performance? That is low latency and high bandwidth. Suppose we have a high bandwidth and low latency are the general available due to the proximity and infrastructure. So algorithm must focus on fast switching, MAC level routing, and quality of services. Okay. So in short, there are some matrices affect performance on algorithms. That is latency, throughputs, jitter, and packet loss. These are the major metrics which I already explained. And to control the conjunction, there are conjunction control algorithms. Okay, that maintaining network healthy under varying loads, ensuring fairness among users, and adopting via innovative protocols and intelligent system in features. So last is conclusion. The optimization of LAN performance require comprehensive understanding of multiple interconnected factors, ranging from physical infrastructure to sophisticated algorithm implementation. So there are some 9 critical factors I proposed in these papers, which are significantly affect on network speed and their performance. These are what bandwidth, latency, jitter, packet loss, network conjunction, hardware quality, topology design, protocol efficiency, and security measures. Last one, in future, research should be focused on development of adaptive algorithms that can dynamically respond to the changing network condition, integration of artificial intelligence for predictive network management. Nowadays, AI and machine learning is used in networking. So this is the future scope of my research, and I already work on that particular routing algorithms and the optimizing of the protocols for emerging technologies such as IoT and edge computing environment. So network administrators and engineers can utilize the insight presented in this paper to make informed decision about the infrastructure investment, protocol selections, and algorithm implementation to achieve the optimized LAN performance for their specific organization. Thank you, ma'am. These are the references. Any question?
Okay, so thank you, Mr. Sudhir. Okay, so my question is all about because you identify the 9 critical factors, including the role of LAN performance. My question is, what do you think are the strategy in optimizing LAN performance? Your strategy in optimizing LAN performance, because you identified the key determinants.
Yes, sir. First, I identify what are the factors which affecting on the network speed. Okay, and the algorithm, that is adaptive algorithm, plays very important role. So I study different types of algorithm. Okay, and there is one solution, that is we can use AI and machine learning in future to design the adaptive routing algorithm to avoid such types of performance, to improve the performance of LAN and WAN both.
Okay, so thank you. That's all.
Yes, dear moderator, no questions from my end. Please move ahead with the next presenter.
Thank you so much, dear presenter, for your presentation. Moving ahead to our next presentation. This is Shelly Sharma to present her paper on smart hormone monitoring, sensor variable, and AI power detection techniques.
Hello. Hello.
Yes,
Am I audible?
yes, you're audible.
Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Is it visible? Hello.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm Shelly Sharma, and today I will be presenting my paper on smart hormone monitoring, sensors, wearables, and AI-powered detection techniques. This research has been carried out under the guidance of my guide, Dr. Disha Shah. In simple words, my paper looks at how new technologies like wearable devices and artificial intelligence can help us track hormones in the body, detect problems at an early stage, and also provide more personalized healthcare. So, uh, there are various hormonal problems like diabetes, thyroid issues, infertility, and even stress. And these problems are becoming very common nowadays. So the problem is like most of these are detected late when damage has already been started. And due to the traditional testing methods like the blood test and the urine test, which are no doubt are useful, but they only show results at a single point of time. But our hormones, however, keep changing throughout our day, and that's where the technology steps in. We are also using the wearable devices like AI powered wearable devices, which is able to track our walking our heart rate and blood pressure. But we can also monitor the hormones continuously and learn a person's unique body patterns and even get early alerts before something goes wrong. So this means like we are this means our healthcare is like shifting from being reactive, like treating after people fall sick, to being proactive, where we prevent problems and manage them in real time. So, what are hormones? Like, hormones basically the body's chemical messengers that play a very critical role in maintaining health issues by regulating essential body functions. And they also affect everything, like from we can say metabolism, the growth, the mood, the stress, the energy levels, and even how well we can sleep. And they are produced by the glands like the thyroid gland, the pituitary gland, adrenal glands, pancreas, ovaries, and testes. And these hormones regulates the functions like we have growth and development, which is done by which is detected with the help of growth hormone, metabolism from insulin and thyroid hormones, reproductive processes from estrogen, testosterone, and moods and stress response from cortisol and adrenaline, and sleep wake up cycles from the melatonin hormone we have. If we think about stress for a moment, normally our cortisol hormone rises in the morning to wake us up and falls at night so we can sleep peacefully. But if we are constantly stressed throughout the day, the cortisol level is always high during the day, and which can lead to the fatigue, anxiety, and other health related issues. Now, if we have a wearable device or AI wearable device, then we can track our cortisol level easily, and even the watch or smartwatch or a wearable device can warn us, uh, we have an increased stress hormone, we have an increased level of cortisol hormone. So basically, the types of hormones are divided into two types based on the biochemical organizations, including protein and peptide, amine and steroid, and based on the purpose of the body, which we know, like growth hormone, reproductive hormone, metabolism, blood sugar, and stress hormones. So these uh, any imbalance in these hormones can disturb our daily life, which is why monitoring these are so important. For this, we have multiple types of tests. Like traditional tests have only blood and urine samples, but if we see there are multiple, we can take multiple samples for different types of hormones. Like if we say about TSH, insulin growth, and ACTH hormone, blood samples are enough. And for the progesterone and testosterone, the um blood sample, hair sample, and saliva samples can we can take. And for cortisol, the we can take blood, hair, saliva, urine, and even sweat sample is also there, so that we can track the cortisol hormone effectively. So, research shows we are already making a good progress like we have biosensors which are being developed to detect our hormonal levels, and we also have artificial intelligence which is being used to predict disorders like the diabetes or PCOS and even different diseases. And continuous glucose monitors already are in the market. It is like a success story in the market. So if we take diabetes as an example, so earlier patients had to prick their fingers multiple times a day. Now with continuous glucose monitors, they wear a patch which sticks on their skin that checks sugar level every few minutes and send updates also to their phone. So this has completely changed diabetes care. If we can do this for glucose, why not for other hormones like we have thyroid, cortisol, or reproductive hormones? So for this for from this literature review, we have find out like we have multiple types of devices uh, to make hormone monitoring practical. We have wearable melatonin sensors which detects melatonin uh, hormone with the help of a fluorescence detection method. Smart fertility patches from to detect progesterone hormone with the help of immunosensors. Continuous glucose monitors to detect insulin levels from electrochemical detection method. Biosensors based on saliva to detect testosterone hormone with the help of immunoassay detection method. Spectrometers to detect thyroid hormones with the help of optical detection method. Sweat biosensors to detect cortisol hormones with the help of electrochemical detection method. And smart patches to detect estrogen levels for with the help of microfluidics detection method. And for this we already have some common hormone sensors which are available. Like first is the electrochemical sensor which uses electrical signals for the detection. Second is the microfluidic sensor which act like tiny labs on chip. Third one is the optical sensors, which uses light, and the fourth one is immunosensors, like which are very specific for ELISA test, enzyme links amino acids. So there are multiple sensors that are already available in the market, which shows that variable hormone monitoring is not just possible; it works. And we the next step is to expand these things. Like in first image, there is a CGM, like continuous glucose monitoring. For second one, there is a cortisol hormone detector. Third one is for infertility detector. Fourth one is for sleep detection. The last two images is for metabolism test and thyroid based test, but they are at home kits. These are not like continuous monitoring devices, but these two are for one type of test which we can do it at our home. So now hormones are not stable and they change with food, sleep, stress, and even time of the day. So one single test isn't enough. So we must need the machine learning algorithms of AI for this also. For example, AI could warn a patient that their blood sugar is about to spike, or if there is an abnormal stress pattern based on their cortisol hormone readings. So this makes the monitoring more smarter, and we can prevent it before it becomes so high. So I conclude that hormones are very essential for almost every function in our body, and wearables devices give us this ability to monitor them continuously and non-invasively. Our artificial intelligence makes this monitoring even more smarter by predicting problems and personalizing advice. There are various challenges that also exist, but in future we can track multiple hormones through one device, so that multiple hormone levels can be detected with the help of various um, instead of various devices from one device only. So the future of wearables plus ML shows great potential in transforming hormone health management. These are the references which I have taken. I would like to thank you all for listening. Questions are welcome. Thank you.
Okay, so good morning,
Hello, sir.
Shaili Sharma. Okay. So regarding about your research, smart hormone monitoring sensor. So as you said, that sensors already available in the market. Is it true? Am I correct?
Yes, but it's not reachable to everyone right now. These they are
Okay.
available, but they are not reachable to everyone.
What do you think are the performance of this sensor that you are referring to?
Actually, I'm working on it. I'm finding out these devices where they are and how well they are performing in human lives.
Okay, so that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Shelly,
Yes,
uh,
ma'am.
have you done any comparative study among the different machine learning algorithms for this particular domain?
I'm doing that for my second paper. I will be presenting. I'm working on it right now.
Okay, so could you please throw some light on the sensor data pre-processing before feeding it to AI algorithms, machine learning algorithms?
Sorry.
Could you please throw some light on the pre-processing of data, the sensor data to the algorithms before feeding it to the algorithms? What would be the pre-processing steps for it?
First, we have to clean the data. Like the sensor data contains containing various noise, and we have to remove that. Then we have to do the normalization, filtering, and feature extraction, and then only the classification can be done. Like we have to provide the levels like of every hormone, and if it goes up or down from that particular level, the alert message should be gone on the mobile phones.
Okay, so one suggestion, as you didn't use any algorithm, no framework is being used by you for this paper. So you
Yes.
could have use the extensive research which is already being done by different authors. So you could
Okay.
have used the literature review of those research and this
Okay.
paper.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much, presenter. And moving ahead to call our next presenter. Presenter is Sneha to present her paper on trends in a venture capital, a bibliometric review.
Yes, good morning, everyone. I'll be sharing my screen.
Yeah.
Hope the screen is visible.
Yes, it's visible.
So, good morning, everyone. So, I'll be presenting the paper Trends in Venture Capital Bibliometric Review. So, I'm Sneha Saralex. I'm from Rajagiri Business School, Kochi. So moving on, the term venture capital, it is a key component of the financial system which drives the growth and advancement of innovative and early stage businesses. So it's a form of private equity financing where the investor provides capital to the startup and the small businesses. So these investors are called as venture capitalists and they play a crucial role in supporting the entrepreneurial ventures across various industries. So, this venture finance is a favorable avenue for still young, forward thinking enterprises to foster their development and expansion. So, this venture capital goes beyond simply funding the business growth, but it also contributes to the strategic expertise, connects firms to customer networks, supports efficient management. So, this study will add to the literature for further future research directions and it intends to add certain research questions. So what the first research question is, what are the publication patterns and journals in the venture capital? Second is, who are the most prolific contributors to venture capital? Third question is, which are the most cited articles in venture capital? Fourth research is, what are the countries' patterns of production in venture capital? And the fifth research question is, what are the foundational themes, trend topics, and what are the ways forward for the in the venture capital field? So I use bibliometric as an academic discipline in order to know what are the to look into the bibliographic information of academic publications, which will give insight into the trends, structure trends, and impact in the venture capital. So the methodology used for identifying the articles relating to the venture capitalists, we used a Scopus database. So by applying the keywords, we were able to identify 8,880 articles, only picking up the categories of business management and accounting. And after applying the criteria, we were able to eligibly get 2,577 articles for our study. So it was the time frame ranging from articles from 2001 to 2022. So while looking into the status of venture capitalist, we can say that it has evolved a foundational theme. It was started around 1970, and work started around, well, it was majorly focusing on the involvement of key stakeholders, the complicated nature of the venture capital process, what are the foundational concepts and framework that laid the ground for further exploration of this field. The venture capital theory literature focuses on the relationship between the theories. Major theories in the venture capital is the agency theory, institutional theory, and human capital theory. Agency theory on the venture capital focus on the use of contracts, staged financing, monitoring, and board participation to align with the incentives and to reduce the risk. So it protects the venture capital to protect their investments and influence the firm's decision. And institutional theories explain how the formal structure, that is the laws, and the informal norms like the culture, social expectation, shape the venture capital activities. Then the human capital theory focuses on the expertise, like the emphasis on the importance of knowledge, skill, and experiences of the individual which is involved in the venture capital. Coming to the major, what are the journals in which you can publish your articles relating to the venture capitalists? You can see in the Journal of Business Venturing has the most number of publications and is the most prolific source of research in this field. And it is followed by the Small Business Economics and followed by the top 20 articles wherein you can publish in this field. Coming to the most prolific authors, researcher in this field is Mike T. Wright, who has the most number of publications, that is a 43 publication. And other authors who made the major contributions they are the top 10, followed by the Douglas and Sophie are the most prolific authors in this field. Coming to the countries, you can see the map which is shown there. The varying shades of color is a visual representation, and higher, like the darkness of the color, is a more number of papers produced by countries from their respective produced by authors from their respective country. So United States emerged as the most active country, which having the most advanced and sophisticated research on the venture capital. And it has been the developed country and has gradually developed studies on venture capital, followed by UK, Germany, and other most developed countries. So moving on to the most evolution of topics, which is the most how this venture capital research has evolved. So early studies mostly focuses on the challenges, investment challenges due to the low profit margin. So I have divided these trends, these topics into based on 4,509 keywords found in the found in these literatures. I've divided the research on venture capital into 5 clusters. So I've made it into pink, yellow, blue, red, and green giving each of it a common key, a major code. So pink can be named as venture capital, and yellow entrepreneurship, blue which research talks about innovation, and red side talks about the venture capitalist, and green side talks about the human capital. So early research majorly talks about the investment challenges due to the high profit margin, and then they also talk about the investment behavior decision, that is a behavioral perspectives of the different investor types. That is how this then yellow talks about the entrepreneurship, like the how the startup crowdfunding and entrepreneurial finance. And now the major another theme is talking about the innovation side of the venture capitalists, their technology transfers and patents and inventions. And then the red theme talks about the venture capitalists, who are the people who is the major stakeholders involved, that is the management, the public societies, institutions, which they play a major role in the decisions of the venture capital. And talking about the human capital, which talks about the skills, and they also have emerging themes like from the Europe side, and also economics, which is talking about as a theme for the venture capital. So these are the major evolution of trends in the venture capital for the years identified. So what are the trend topics relating to the now the venture capital research? So anybody is currently working in the field of venture capitals, can further focus on these trend topics relating to the venture capital research. So the major identified venture capital themes are concentrating more on the syndication, the startups, the corporate venture capital, the entrepreneurship, and then innovation, and also corporate governance. Well, how is the corporate governance relating to the venture capital research can be identified, IPOs, and the field relating to the biotechnology could be a very prominent field wherein which you can do venture capital. So these are the prospective avenues for further research, and one of the promising topics is the venture capital on facilitating innovation and fostering economic expansion, and the syndication networks, which suggest a multiple agency issues, and also the potential for knowledge transfers among the companies. And there are various articles which talks about the rapid enhancement, as I told before, in the biotechnology and the growing importance of biotech firms in the global economy. So most of the study highlighted the influence of venture capital, which has told it's a potential avenue for young entrepreneurs, so that could provide success in their early stages, and a crucial role in providing necessary fund, as they have limitations in technology. So these venture capital could be a good avenue. And the recent advancement helps them manage their dual role as agents for limited partner investors and principals for entrepreneurs in their portfolio firms. So they also seek investment by gaining comprehensive gap, and that drive the venture capital. So their knowledge enables entrepreneur to modify their business plan. And also, lastly, they hold valuable insight to the policymakers. Venture capital research could give insight to the policymakers and to bring in more entrepreneurship and information ecosystems. So thank you.
Okay, so good morning.
Morning, sir.
Okay, so this would be my question. So supposed to be how many years you include in your study?
It is from 2022 only, sir. The papers are till 2022.
22 years? Is that no? I'm right?
Yes, from 1972 to 2022.
Okay. Okay. Why 22 years? It's supposed to be 10 years is enough.
So this is since I've started doing this is a bibliometric study. So I thought having more number of years could give a broad overview of the what is a trend and what is a journals, what is a writer who is mostly doing in this venture capital research.
Okay. So anyway, with regards to the trends in venture capital, what do you think
Yeah.
is the significant contribution of your research output?
Yes, mostly if, any budding research, early researchers who want to publish in this field can actually look at my paper and look at the trends which is majorly involved in. If you want to publish a paper in venture capital, you can identify the topics which I have majorly identified from the literature from the year 1972 to 2022. So, and
Okay.
the evolution of topics were divided into 5 clusters.
Okay, so thank you. That's all.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Yes, Sneha. Only one suggestion that
Yes.
as sir also mentioned that you actually are supposed to use the only recent study. Okay?
Right, right. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, presenter, for your presentation. And now we have one presenter. Uh, it's Shahim. Shahim, are you ready for presentation?
Yes.
Yes.
Let
To
me share my.
present, yeah.
Yeah. Can I start now?
Yes, you may please start.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. I am Mohammad Shahimuddin Shaba from Independent University, Bangladesh. Today, I'll be present our study titled "Impact of Social Media Marketing on Customer Behavior Outcome in Bangladesh," focusing on technology product. For the rest of my presentation, I will cover why this matter, our methods, the main result, and practical recommendation. In the next slide is introduction. Social media is rapidly growing and in Bangladesh, especially for tech products aimed at young users. Despite this, there is limited empirical evidence linking social media marketing activity, customer experience to downstream consumer behavior here. Our study addressed that gap. In the study, our aim was to examine how social media marketing activity and customer experience influence relationship quality, and how relationship quality then drives three behavior outcome like purchase intention, participation intention, and loyalty intention. We used in this study we used quantitative survey and partial PLS ACM for analysis, for which focuses on young social media user and technology products. In next slide is literature review. We did for this study we did some literature review from different papers. For I found that social media marketing activity enhances trust, satisfaction, and brand engagement. Also, we found that customer experience is critical for long-term activity, long-term loyalty. We also found that there are limited evidence in developing countries and technology products. In the next slide is research methodology. We propose in study we propose 5 hypotheses. Their customer experience positively impact relationship quality. Then social media marketing activity positively impact relationship quality. Then relationship quality positively affect participant intention. Then relationship quality positively affect purchase intention, and then loyalty intention. The theoretical framework places social media marketing activity and customer experience as antecedent for relationship quality, which then leads to the three behavior outcome, which I mentioned before. They are purchase, participation, and loyalty. Next slide is the diagram as which we presented in our studies, the research framework and the ACMM, which ACM model we use for which in SPLS4 for analysis. Here the arrow from social media marketing activity and customer experience leads to the relationship quality, and then it leads to the purchase intention, loyalty intention, and participant intention. And right side the table from the result. In the next slide is research methodology. And for this study, we were able to gather 184 valid responses. For these responses, for collecting these responses, we use Google Forms, and also the demographic shows that from the sample shows that 65.8% are male, 45. Most of the respondents are aged between 21st to 25th, and most of them are holding a bachelor degree. We measure all this construct with multiple items on a 5-point Likert scale and analyze the data using Smart PLS score. We choose Smart PLS score because it is well suited for prediction and for model with multiple constructs when sample size are moderate. The reliability and validity checks are conducted before testing the hypothesis. And the next slide is the measurement quality. This I also described before that the sample dynamic shows that 65% male, most of them are aged between 25 years, and the measurement quality, the result from measurement quality shows us that the composite reliability exceeds 0.7, and the for all construct, and average once extracted is exceed 0.5, indicating conversion validity. And also the discriminated validity was confirmed as shown in the table left side, that all the diagonal value from each construct is higher than their down construct, but down or lower construct, yeah, in the table 2 in left side. And the next slide is result analysis. From now the main finding, all the 5 hypotheses are supported with strong path coefficient and significant t-values. Here we found that customer experience indicating relationship quality has path coefficient value of 4.045 and significant t-value of 0.378, and this indicates customer experience has a meaningful positive influences on perceived relationship quality. And for the relationship quality indicating loyalty intention, here we found that mean value is 0.753 and the t-value is 14.028. Finally, which means that high relationship quality strongly predict loyalty intention. Taken together, this result shows that both social media marketing activity and customer experience build relationship quality, and that relationship quality translates directly into purchase participation and loyalty. In the also described in the that also described that we found from analysis found that all the hypotheses are supported, and we also have some limitation there due to cross-sectional data, a small sample size, and self-report bias due to issues collected from online. And for the conclusion, that social media marketing and improved customer experience are driver for stronger relationship quality, which in turn leads to actual behavior intention, particularly purchase intention, where the effect was strongest. And I also mentioned before that the study has cross-sectional used data and relatively small convenience sample, which limits casual claims and generalizability. Self-report measure may introduce biases. These points suggest caution in over generalizing and highlighting direction for further research. And for recommendation, we need to use the firms selling technology product in Bangladesh should use personalized content and tailored offer on social platforms to increase social media marketing activity effectiveness. Also to run interactive campaigns and leveraging influencers to average engagement and perceived relationship quality. And they also these also provide need to provide trust signals, clear written policies, authentic reviews, and transparent communication to extend trust. They also need to enhance tech-enabled customer experience such as responsive chatbots, AR product demos to improve perceived experience and consequently relationship quality. for future research, we recommend longitudinal design to examine causality, cross-sector comparison to test generalizability, and longer, more diverse sample. And in conclusion, we can say that as social media marketing activity and customer experience significantly boost relationship quality, we see strongly influence purchase, participation, and loyalty intention among the tech product consumer in Bangladesh. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, so again, good morning. Okay, so this would be my question. Supposed to be
Okay.
your research is all about mediating analysis, correct?
Mm.
And then you are using a quantitative research, and then
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have your survey questionnaire. So regarding about your survey questionnaire, is it adapted or self-made?
This one is in between, and we used around 25 to 30 question, and from there around 8 or 10 are adapted, and rest of the self.
What is it? Adapted or self-made? You make your
Adapted,
own survey or you adapt from other researcher?
yeah, we adapted around 8 to 10 question from another study, which relatively like the one we present here.
Okay, so
And
anyway, with regards to your survey questionnaire, so how do you measure the reliability and the validity of your questionnaire?
reliability and validity. Okay.
And also, why 184 sample size? Do you think it is small when we talk about the whole population of your country? What is the
Yeah,
basis of 184?
we only take responses from the students we know, like our friends or friend of friends. That's why we call it small sample based on the population in our country around 15 to 16 million.
Do you have formula in computing your sample size?
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, I can understand. Can you please repeat?
Okay, so anyway, what is the result of your research? So what is the role of this, actually your mediating analysis is the relationship quality, correct? So what is
Yeah,
now
yeah.
the role of relationship quality to these independent variables, including your dependent, which is the purchase, loyalty, and participation?
Yeah, yeah. And for that, I can say the company needs to provide and trust and satisfaction to the customer, so that customer then in terms will purchase from that company. They also loyal to that company, like they will tell another their friend or family to purchase from that company, and they also participate in different places like
So,
social media and commenting. They share posts for their experience using that product, etc.
so maybe with regards to your, my suggestions with regards to the sample size, you may use Cochrane formula, which is 380 to 385.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
to make it valid with regards to the respondents. Okay,
Oh,
so thank
okay.
you.
Okay. Thank you for the recommendation. I will
Okay.
try to do that in if I plan to make it
Okay.
further. Thank you.
Yes, dear researchers, all the adequate questions are being asked by my fellow session chair. So one advice that we hope that for the next time you will come up with better clarity and better answers. So all the best.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, presenter, for your presentation. And we have completed all the presentation. Now conclude this session. I sincerely thank our author for the excellent presentation and contribution in this session. All our participants for being a part of this international conference. I hope this session was informative enough. We, on behalf of whole team, thank you for the support during this version and the previous 3 version of the conference. We will be happy to have you in a 5th version in 2026. All the presenter would be getting digital certificates through email within 2 working days. The publication will be live 5 to 7 month. Kindly cooperate with the team of ISBM 2025. And I would like to thank our chair of this session. Thank you so much, sir, for being a part of this conference and for your valuable time. Thank you so much. And thank you
So
so much,
thank you so
ma'am.
much. Thank you. Nice to be here.
And thank you so much, ma'am, for being a part of this conference and for your valuable time.
Thank you very much. Dr. Ronald,
Yeah, thank you
Yes,
so
sir.
much, everyone.
thank you so much, Dr. Monica.
And
Can
Thank you so much.
we have a photo ops for, just a screenshot of the presenter
Yes, ma'am.
with that certificate? Is that possible, Miss Richa?
this certificate, yes, sure.
Yeah, just a background at least of, and if all presenters would be able to open their.
But this certificate's only shared to chair of this person, chair of this session, not,
All right.
not to participants. I just want one quick request to turn on the cameras to taking a quick snapshot. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am.